Hello. Thank you for dropping by the Otherwise Woman channel and for joining me for this reading. This is my intuitive and interpretive reading of the general energies that will be with us from the full moon on July 13th, 2022 until the new moon on the 28th of July, 2022. This is for entertainment purposes only. Any resulting enlightenment is purely coincidental and unintentional. Let's see what we have for this period. First, there's the Crossroads. This card is from the Wisdom of the Cailleach deck. The King of Vessels, or Heron, from the Wildwood Tarot. And we have Holly as our Celtic trioum for this period. I really like this combination, especially playing off the elements that we had from last time. Let's go to Holly. Now, I think of this energy as very protective, but one thing it protects us from is emotional turmoil. It helps us clear our heads and make a decision, but the decisions we make are from the heart, because Holly is a good energy for clearing away anything that is not unconditional love. That's why it helps us kind of cut through the emotional turmoil that we may be going through. It helps us to understand the pain that we're feeling and helps us to understand others, and in that sense it can be a unifying energy. It helps us to dissolve emotional ties also that may not be healthy or beneficial to us. So I mentioned that it helps us make decisions and to act based on unconditional love, because Crossroads here shows us that we do have a choice to make during this time. We have to decide which way to go. We can take a moment to evaluate what would be the better course for us, but we have to go one way or another. Now, the King of Vessels, this as a person represents someone who is very diplomatic, who is very compassionate, full of integrity, values honesty. It is also a uniting energy. As I mentioned, it has to do with diplomacy. Now, this can be an actual person, or it can just be the energy that's in the air, and I think this bodes very well. If you remember last time, we had the Fire Pit card here that was about anger and passion and strong emotions. Well, the King of Vessels is also an emotional, it relates to our emotions, but it's using our emotions in constructive ways rather than destructive ways. So I think we have a good follow-up. Last time the anger and passion and strong feelings were aroused. Now we can free ourselves from any emotional turmoil that has caused us, because Holly has come in, and we can move forward with a balanced perspective, a balanced, compassionate, diplomatic energy to guide us. Okay. I can see how that may play out on the national or world stage, but in our individual lives too, we may have to just get clear, again, clear of all the voices in our heads and the conflicting the conflicting emotions around the choices that we're facing. And then turn to a trusted mentor or a guide. And when I say guide, you can ask your spirit guides for help too. There are guides that help us in particular areas of our lives. So if you are not familiar with all of your spirit guides, this might be a good time to explore. I know I have one guide who is all about my health, and another who is about education, learning, what should I study. So I would turn to which one of those would be appropriate if I had a question, if I had to make a decision in that area of my life. That also makes me want to suggest that if you are so inclined and you have a decision coming up in a certain area of your life, you might look at the traditional gods and goddesses that are associated with that area, do a little ritual, ceremony, prayer, spell, whatever your inclination is. But overall, I find these cards quite hopeful. We can't remain stuck. We have to make a choice. And the choice we make will be based in honesty, integrity, compassion, and we can use our emotions in positive and constructive ways. Yes. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope this was helpful and enjoyable. Please like, share, subscribe, all those good things YouTube appreciates. And if you would want a reading from me, please email me. My address is in the information on my channel. I believe it is otherwisewomanccp@gmail.com, and we can discuss. So enjoy the new moon, the bright shining lunar light, and I will see you back here when the new moon shines. Bye-bye.